All right. Uh, all right. I'm gonna go about explaining the glow up. I'm gonna go about explaining this glow up. As of recording this, it is day 112 of the glow up. This is how I looked before. My hair was long since I hadn't cut in nearly 4 years. I had a good amount of acne since I wasn't practicing skincare. I had a ton of eczema and dry skin around my nose. I wasn't really practicing shaving. And after the glow up, I began using skincare. My hair got cut. I got my hair cut once a month to keep length and style, like since hair grows. And as you can see, my skin's gotten a bit clearer since the beginning of the glow up. And now I've lost about almost 10 pounds from the glow up, and I plan to lose at least 35 pounds and get down to around 13% body fat. I actually intend to keep the glow up go on for about 4 years. Yeah, 4 years or more. Why 4 years? Because I've been looking into options for surgeries like genioplasty, and as I have a recessed chin, genioplasty is where they cut the chin bone and slide it, altering the shape and projection of the chin. And never I've looked into a septoplasty, as my nose is slightly bent, and also it's affecting my breathing, and that is to correct the deviated septum. And another one I've looked into is V-line surgery, as my jaw is pretty wide. It's actually pretty common in Asia and and with Korean models, as it narrows the jawline and also removes or shaves bone like from your jaw. And I've looked into also LASIK eye surgery since, as you can see, I'm wearing glasses. And I've also tried doing contacts a while back, but I've had trouble putting them in. And also, I gotta clean these every day. And if I don't clean them every day, I have dust all over them. It's really hard. And also, it allowed me to not have to wear glasses. I've also looked into rhinoplasty, as my nose is pretty crooked. And I want it to be lower, like, because, lower is pretty high. So I'm getting that. And this one isn't a surgery, but I'm looking into doing laser hair removal, like to remove hair all over my entire body, except for my head, like hair over here, and eyebrows. Since if I don't shave for 2 days, my neck looks weird. As you can see, I haven't shaved in a while. I forgot to shave yesterday. And if I do laser treatment, I'll have to shave my neck beard ever again for the rest of my life. I've also looked into medical grade skincare, as I feel like my skin isn't perfectly clear, and I need a better skin tone. So yeah, I've also looked into doing leg lengthening surgery. As of in Turkey, I'm looking into doing leg lengthening surgery. Since as of right now, I am 5'9" and I'm 17. I haven't gained an inch in height in 2 years. So that probably means I won't be getting any taller. Women don't want guys under 6 feet. Trust me, I know. Some girls are like, sorry, you're under 6'1". I don't want you. So I'm going to Turkey to go from 5'9" to 6'1". It is pretty risky. Some people can have permanent disabilities, and it's also very expensive. It is $80,000. So it'll be for later. And all treatments I mentioned combined are between 150 grand to 270 grand. I looked into that. That is outright enough to buy a home in the United States. But y'all, want to hear something crazy? My friend says I have something called body dysmorphia, which I don't have that. I'm a perfectly sane individual who have very reasonable goals. And going back to the contacts part, I found a retinal hole in my right eye, and if you're wondering what that is, I don't even know what that is actually, but I heard if it's left untreated, it can cause a retinal detachment. I could go blind in that eye. So we weren't sure. I wasn't sure exactly what caused it, but I believe it's from when I was in a I believe it was from a biking accident I was in a couple of years ago, as I apparently got hit and got a concussion. We've done scans in that eye from 2020 because I got a little hole in my right eye from around 2020 and also in 2022. They didn't change size. And the accident happened in 2023, and this scan being 2025. The hole was bigger, so it's safe to say the accident caused it to get bigger. So then a couple weeks later, I got that eye surgery done, and now I'm no longer at risk of going blind in 10 years. And another reason I've started the Glow Up is actually a marketing thing, since I decided to see, if I do a daily Glow Up, people would be more curious to click my profile, which I'm a musical artist, and that could get people curious to click the link that lead into my songs, since some of my reels right here actually have used my own music for it. And with also me releasing a new album soon, I have a new album releasing on I think March 14th for I'm releasing my new album. I got a single for the album coming out in October. I think the plan for the album is going to be called E.I.A, which stands for End It All. I'll talk about the album more in the future. and I'm working on that at the moment. And also with my plan to make my music international, like in other countries around the world. I've actually made accounts on sites like Bilibili and Nico Nico, which are Asian platforms, because Bilibili is basically China's version of YouTube. Because in China, YouTube is banned. Nico Nico is just a Japanese platform. So the Glowup is sort of a way to create a new social image. That's my explanation for the Glowup.